Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 25 of the Ashton Gate 8 with me, Ringo FM. Been reliably informed that neither team from Bristol likes being called Bristol, so we will be Bristol City full stop from now on. So we're continuing pretty much where we left off in the last episode. Mason Greenwood, pace is getting up, he's getting a bit better, he's getting a little bit better, has obviously played in a couple of different positions. That's good to know. I am going to change him back up to a striker, though, and you'll see why in a second, because the last couple of games, when we've been tinkering and having a little look at sort of what's happening, and this is what I've settled on. So we've changed it up ever so slightly. We are going to bring Cavallina in for his first games. Tempted to change him up to a sweeper keeper, but I don't think he's an amazing sweeper keeper. I think he's a better goalkeeper than he is sweeper keeper, in all honesty. And the fact he doesn't use his weak foot, I think that's a bit silly to make him a sweeper keeper. We're going to bring him in, Hodzer, Belic, and Eriksson. So Eriksson's normally playing up here, but he's dropping down there. And I was looking at the dynamics, sorry, not the dynamics, the data hub, and they were suggesting that Eriksson was very isolated. And that was the reason as to why he wasn't getting involved in games and whatnot. So we're going to drop him a bit deeper. And this leads into the fact that we've got Matty Shin, who is pretty much the backup. Shin is like a natural centre midfielder, as well as advanced playmaker in the middle there. It also means we can play like a Mezzala, we can play a Carolero, we can play someone going box to box, but we just got a bit more cover there. I think to suggest that Eriksson can't do a job there is a bit silly because it's Christian Eriksen. And it means he can play those nice long through passes that he likes playing. Jude's been kicking off because Tom Cannon, you'd have seen it in the last video, because Tom Cannon got his way. I think that's a bit harsh. He didn't really get his way. He wanted to play more games, so we just start them, and then we'd just drop him. We'd start him, drop him, start him, drop him, start him, drop him, and he got over it. So I don't know what he's kicking off at. We've got a choice to make here. Then we could potentially bring... no, do you know what? We haven't got a choice to make. That's the choice. Greenwood, return from injury. He's not going to play against Leeds, but he is going to play the game against Wolves. And I think this is how Tommy Conway's career at Bristol City comes to an end. We've had to recall him from loan. He's got a hip injury. He was doing okay in the Championship. He wasn't doing too badly. If we look at his stats, it was 13 games, 6 goals, 1 assist. He wasn't doing too badly at all, but I think the fact he's now picked up this hip injury, which will put him out until pre-season, I think that's just the end of him now, isn't it? I've had a little look. As I said, the squad's a little bit bloated. So we do need to start selling some players on. I think January I signed too many players. I think that was my biggest issue. I thought, I'm going to sign this person. This person looks good. And And before you know it, we've got 2 or 3 players for every position, when really we don't need that third. And I think that third is what's bloated the squad. Someone like Alvin Sanchez coming in, as well as Matty Shin, it creates problems. And I think there's a little bit silly of me, and was definitely my problem. Ephraim Yeboah scored 4 goals from inverted winger for the under-21s. Definitely was, wasn't it? It was. Look at this. Inverted winger, goal and assist, 4 goals. So I think that is showing us... Why can't I trade? There it is. That is showing us that this is what Ephraim Yeboah's position is going to be. And Ephraim Yeboah is someone who I'm thinking of... Oh, no, didn't mean that. Someone who I'm thinking of rotating into the team. We've obviously got a bit of a gap on the left-hand side. If we look at the squad planner, there's not an awful lot of people who can cover there. Cozy, Dubry, Diaz, Di Pietri, he'll be going. Sanchez, Yeboah. There's not a lot. So I think Yeboah is going to end up playing out there, and we're going to bring like Yeboah and Raekwon Nelson into the team, into the starting 11, and then we're going to start. I think that will be the start of the Ashton Gate 8 properly, where we've got like Grinsell, We've got Frith, we've got Ronald Jones, we've got Raekwon Nelson, we've got Cozy Azubury is now or will be homegrown at club, but I think that's when we're going to start it is from next season. So the title of this episode is Are We Safe? The answer is yes. We're on 43 points. We've got a game against Leeds and a game against Wolves. I thought the only exciting games we're going to get is similar to what the Brentford game was, where we're playing teams who are they want Michael Millward, our loan manager. Um, I'm not even going to ask him to stay, to be honest, because I don't think he's found the best loans. If we look at the development centre and look at the loans that he's actually approved, I genuinely don't think he's actually done all that well. Look for the appearances. He loaned out Camerson, Jones, Claremont. They've all only made like 3-4 appearances, 5 appearances between them. Lewis Warrington, not done well at Port Vale. Kenny Doherty, playing down in Fleetwood, doesn't really know what he is. And you will notice we've lost the face pack. Obviously, I did mention it in a previous video, but there has since been an update to the faces, which Football Manager did to try and combat the issue with them taking real faces from other face packs. So for the time being, we've lost them, but we will probably bring it back. And that's what Trev looks like. Look how ugly Trevor is. Where's his lovely beard gone? Why does he look like he's been running around in mud? So yeah, that's what Trevor Grinsell actually looks like. So yeah, I mean the loans he's found not the best. Obviously, I did the Adam Berry loan before he come in. Elijah Morrison we did as they're our affiliate. Again, someone who we could probably try and bring into the fold next year. Michael Rosiak was my decision, 41 games there. A Cam Rich, my decision, 37 games, 12 goals. Grinsell, my decision, and he came in quite late, so he started loaning out all these guys. I mean, Charlie Fritz probably his best one. He's played 21 times for Stockport, 19th in League One now. Darren Moore is their manager, but again, he's not playing a left back, and Charlie Frith is a left back, not a left wing back. So I think we let Millwall go and we don't worry about it. Maybe we just could take control of the loans again. So Raekwon Nelson actually played for the under-21s and is absolutely shattered, as did Borza. Even putting them on the bench is putting them at risk. So we're going to drop a couple of them. Who can we bring in then? We've got Sanchez there. Sanchez can come in. He can go on the bench for Borza. Bush can go on the bench there. Is there anyone else who might be able to rotate in? Greenwood. Oh, Greenwood can do 60 minutes, actually. Do you know what, DiPietro, you can do one then. We'll put Greenwood in there for 60 minutes as an inverted winger on that side. Cozy Azubury as the right winger there. And we can always bring Diaz on for his final couple of appearances. Nah, let's get DiPietro on there for Diaz, because Diaz is leaving. Borza returning from fitness, from injury. Looks like he's over his injury issues, actually. I'm hoping, I'm praying. Where is he, Borza? Let's look at his report and his medical report. His injury susceptibility is high because he's just returned. So I don't think we see him this season, to be honest. I think he comes back in next season if we don't get a big offer in the summer, because if we get a big offer in the summer, I'll let him go. Obviously, I think the intention is Kratzig's the starter. And if it's not Kratzig, it will be Charlie Frith, who we're looking to rotate in. And I'm thinking, like, this episode might be a little bit boring because it's just against sort of like two dead rubbers at the end of the season. Obviously, it's quite interesting for both of them. But I'm thinking more along the lines of we've got to start thinking about what we're going to do as a club and how we're going to actually kickstart the idea behind this, which was like the 8 players from the academy. And I think that this is like the best opportunity to see what the players are doing, and then we can actually assess in the summer with the under-21s, like, do we have someone who can actually come in and make a difference straight away? I believe we do. I think there's at least 4 players in those under-21s who could actually be starting players for us now. But the problem with that is that we'll have to carry them slightly. So we've got to make sure that the ones we do put in, go on, Tom, the ones we do put in are put in the right places at the right time. Why is it lagging so much? At the right places at the right time, and that the team around them is good enough to carry them. As Willie Gnonto pulls it back to Dendonka. Cavallina with a good save. That was a great effort. Brendan Aronson. Looking for Sinister. It's headed away by Tom Cannon. It's a great header. And Greenwood flies in on Pirlo. Jesus. Absolutely assaulted him. So Dendoncker again. I'm wondering if we're now isolating Tom Cannon with the way we're playing, but I'm playing him as a poacher because I just wanted to... What a fucking knock that is. What a switcher play that is. And a chance again for Dendoncker. Plays it into Aronson. It's 1-0. Leeds have torn us apart there. That switcher play was just brilliant. What do you do? What do you do when Sinistera can pick a ball like that? Because we're packing the box. So we're going, go on, then try and get it in. And it's took a deflection, to be fair. But they packed the box. They did exactly what they wanted to do. We packed the box. They switched it. The switcher play absolutely killed us, didn't it? That switcher play killed us. Cavallina has to make a save again. We're not looking great, to be honest. Gruev takes the corner. And Cavallina comes to claim. I just don't know what to do. Like, I've tried sort of everything I know from the game and everything I like doing. I've tried to do it. And every time I do these videos, someone tries to call me. Fuck off. Never get like an absolutely nonsense call from work. I don't think that's working, to be honest. And to be honest, I don't think with the DMs is working. I think that's what's killing us. If I'm truly like drilling into it, I really think that's what's killing us. I think one, don't know, because Belic can play further up. I just think it's killing us. I just think teams are onto what we want to do. They know how we're going to play. I can't quite figure... Oh, we're going to score here. Christian Eriksen with a deep free kick. It looks like they're building something, actually. No, he's gone for goal. Oh, had to be saved by Melier. I just think like we're stifling, or teams are like, they know which players are like the problem players, and they stifle them and they hold them off. And someone's messaged me again. Goodness me. Oh, hello. Is that a play out from the back? I see. Maybe we just start high pressing. Maybe that's our thing. Maybe we're not a counter-attacking team anymore. Maybe we need to start getting a bit more at people. We have added a lot of legs and a lot of off the ball movement and whatnot. Like it's one of the things that we do look for. We've got a lot of good footballers as well, and a lot of people who like to tackle and run with the ball. So maybe, obviously, it did say in the last video, like we could potentially move to a gegenpress. I'm not doing that. Belic, that's a great run. Kratzig, that's a poor touch, but he's got a shot in. Ooh. That looked better. Again, we've got a lot of heavy hitters, I want to say. But we've come back into this game, to be honest, because Leeds were absolutely dancing through us at the start. I think maybe we are a high-pressing team now. I don't know. We're really in that transition period, aren't we? So at half-time, we need to tell them we're not very happy. That change to Christian Eriksen, you will notice, has put him on a 6.7. The wingers aren't performing, though. And I don't really... I've got DiPietri, so he can come in. Mason Greenwood needs to come out. Alvin Sanchez can play out there. Again, I don't mind like a left-footed player playing as an inverted player. I really don't mind it at all. DiPietri, we're going to take... That's fine. We've taken the runs inside with the ball off him. Tom Cannon, performing, but not amazingly. Roberts, interestingly, is having a very poor game. Honest to fucking God. Honest to God, mate. Yeah, I think... the game is saying Eriksen is a DM now. Best position is a midfield centre and a deep line playmaker on support. So maybe we have him as that, if we're going to go back to this, and have him doing that. And just have him sitting deeper and playing balls through. Maybe that's what we are. I don't know. I'm really, really, really struggling to see what we are. And obviously I don't want to change it mid-season again. I would rather change it now at the end of the season and sort of have an idea and maybe like use the players I've got and make a tactic around that, which I think is what the next video is going to be. After this video, I'm just gonna do the end of the season because I've got nothing else really going on. We're safe. We're probably going to finish 14th, 15th, maybe a little bit lower, but we're safe. We're not going to get relegated. I think that's the main thing. We just are in a big period of transition, and I don't know what we've got to do to get out of that. Tell you what we can do, though, is we can pack this box as Ericsson takes this corner, and it's straight. What is that? All right, Cannon, you can come off. So I'm going to make a few subs. I'm going to bring Fallou Diouf on as the left centre-back, and I'm going to bring Francelinho Gio on as the next two subs, as again they play out from the back. Can we get a foot in? We cannot get a foot in. I've gone very monotone. This is shocking. What are we doing? Lads. I honestly thought Cavallini was getting lobbed there. I have zoomed in slightly though, by the way. I did notice when I was watching a video back, it's a bit too zoomed out, and I don't think that does the videos any sort of justice. You're a central defender and nothing more, and you can be a complete forward on attack. And you know what? Belic is really struggling, so I think that last sub is going to be Romeo Frula, because he can play as like that ball winner, defensive midfielder on support. Kratzig now has a throw in. It's going to fall for Ericsson. Sanchez to Francelinho. It's a good turn. Oh, he blasts it over the bar. I don't think we've done badly, you know. That Leeds chance, that was brilliant play. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. And that switch of play just absolutely killed us. But since then, they've not really done anything. I've not felt like we're not in the game. Here's Di Pietri. That is awful. And it'd be a Leeds mistake. Yeah, it would have been a Leeds mistake, if anything, that they were going to get back in with there, because that is absolutely terrible from Di Pietri. As Melier is looking for Jed Spence away by Kratzig, that would have been a narrative, wouldn't it? Jed Spence scoring against us when I was slating him in the off-season. Here's Ericsson, slips it through for Alvin Sanchez, and his shot is well saved by Melier. That's better. Ericsson deep seems to be a good move. Maybe his legs have finally just given up on him. Di Pietri, I don't know if you can see if my head's in the way. Diouf! Yeah! It's first of the season. Fallou Diouf with the equaliser. Yeah, that's better. I don't know if you can see because of my head, but Di Pietri's come on and dropped to 6.5. That's a great ball in. And Fallou Diouf with a big header. My guy. What a signing he turned out to be. Yeah. I waffle an awful lot and I probably say the same things. But until it changes, I will continue to say the same things. Buchanan to Llorente, then Donker to Christensen. Leeds look very narrow. And if Kratzer can win it back, that's a good tackle, son. Llorente, Buchanan, trying to play that early ball. And Fallou Diouf missed it. It's Jed Spence! Of course it's Jed Spence! I'm surprised it's not his first of the season. Diouf misses his header. Look at this. Fallou just doesn't deal with it. Cavallini again doesn't. I don't like Cavallini. I will put money on Horn and even Tanavanu at least getting a touch to that. Di Pietri, you're crap, aren't you? You are absolutely crap, Di Pietri. Goodness me. So, I don't think a game we deserve to lose, in all honesty. I really don't. I think there's still something in it for us. And I'd be very disappointed if we come away with a loss here. Freuler brings us forward. Does like running with the ball. Here's Di Pietri. Can he do anything? That's a nice knock. And Alvin Sanchez's header is well over the bar. He aimed for the wrong person. Francelinho was your man. Yeah, I think that was the last highlight, wasn't it? I'm disappointed there, to be honest. I'm very disappointed there. I really think there's something in this game for us. As DiPietro goes up, taken by Melier. That's crap, lads. That is crap. Next level crap. A game we shouldn't be losing. A mistake has cost us there. But I think the high press got us back in the game. And it doesn't necessarily mean we have to be like absolutely sprinting full pelt at people all game, every game. But we were in control of that game, as this is saying. Ball ache. Ball ache, man. So another defeat, which it sees us in 12th place. Leeds catching us now. Again, I don't think we're in any danger, really, of dropping down below where we are. But we need to really address. I mean, if you look at the form, it's not been good enough. This is when we changed it up and it was working. 2 games? 3 games? Absolutely fell off a cliff again. Just very inconsistent. The consistency here is what's got us to the position we're in. It's the inconsistency at the back end of the season, which is the problem. I feel like we got like the winter slump late. Everyone who plays FM will know exactly what I mean by the winter slump. Do we do this? So Ericsson basically like provides cover for Hodza, and then Belic. Can Belic play Segundo? No. He can, actually. I think he can. And then if we have Belic as like a Segundo Volante on support, because ball winner on support is just tackle harder, so we can literally put that on him. Get further forward, tackle harder. We could do that and put get further forward on. We can't, actually. So if we Segundo Volante, tackle harder, and get further forward, they're his 2 player roles. Hodza, ball winning on defend, I think that's more like it. Anchorman's meant to just sort of sit there, so I think if he's an anchorman, it kind of ruins him. Ball winning on defend means he can sort of patrol around here. Keep exploiting that left-hand side. Greenwood, or whoever it is, can sort of cut him from there and allow Kratzik to go. Ericsson will sort of just sweep and do nothing more. And then Cozy Dubry running down this side. Gusto providing the backup there. That might leave that a bit exposed, actually. Oh, no, it's not bad. No, it's not bad at all. High negative influence. Nobody directly responsible for this. Nobody responsible for this, or this, or this, or this. Highly negative. He's well suited to the role and duty, but lacks the support from the rest of the team. He's likely to encounter some problems. What if you were a stopper? No. That wouldn't do anything. Very frustrating. Or do we pervert it up and go inverted wingback? So, if there's no teammate ahead of him, then the inverted wingback will look to support the attacks in a traditional manner. With a defend duty, he'll hold his position and sit deeper. So let's just do it for argument's sake. So, oh god, what am I doing? With defend, he will hold his position and sit deeper while fulfilling his defensive responsibilities either out wide or further inside the pitch. On support, he will look to cut inside with the ball and either drift in from the flank or move into a more central position, depending on the system around him. So if we had him as like an inverted wing-back support, that means that position's covered, but then the flanks are quite open. But then if we change to, like we said, like a high line, like a high press, high line, we can still play the way we're playing, like counter-attacking. But Gusto's going to be around here. It's going to be like a box here. Kratzik's going to be up here. So obviously the wings are very open, but let's try it and see. And just see if against Wolves it provides any joy. Or the other option is this, which is what it's not too dissimilar to what we actually do. So that, it is now. But to what we actually have been doing, it's not too dissimilar. What's wrong with them? There's no one there. Oh, it's because they're all in the wrong positions. But maybe we're a cautious counter-attacking team. So a fluid counter. So shorter passing, running at the defence with a higher tempo, distribute quickly, lower block. We did put the counter press back on that one, didn't we? Maybe we try that. Maybe we try that. And the routines stay the same. They do. Okay. That's good to know that the set pieces do that rather than having to go in and change them all. I think we start with that. I think we just go with that against Wolves and just see what happens. Dead rubber at the end of the season, at the end of the day. I mean, where are we? April. We've got the Wolves game. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 12 points. We look at the Premier League table. We're not going to be down there. So maybe we just try stuff out for the next 4 games of the season. So the scout report has come back now on Ilya Mariba. Obviously, we looked at him in yesterday's video. They think he's probably on par with Christian Eriksen and can play a couple of different roles. That his wages, I think, is the issue. But we do have a lot in the transfer budget for this season that we can just go out and spend. I think we've got like 24 million. Yeah, and 109k available in the wages. So we could bring them in. Obviously, the transfers we've got coming in terms of first teamers, it's only really Dango Utara. Oh, look at Ferran Felgate's hair. That is beautiful. Melia Fraser looks like he's got better. If we can keep him fit, I think we found an absolute gem. Speaking of gems, oh my god, right. Do you know when I was trying to sort out the face packs, yeah? I've always said the best scouting method is the Zealand the player search feature where you can see who's a new gun. Obviously, this is how you do that. Look at this guy. Look at the state of him. 17 years of age. And he's that good. He's better than all of my midfielders at 17. And you might think, he's come from Brighton. No. He come from Scunthorpe. And look at him. Look at the kip of that. He played 4 games in the FA Cup and got 3 assists. Like, honest to God, unbelievable. And this is absolutely the best scouting thing. If you ever want to do it, you want to do player search and whatever, and you want to find loads of wonder kids, stick the Is New Gun search filter on, stick interested in transfers. Bob's your uncle. You've got an absolute fucking world of wonder kids who are ready to come in for you. Yeah, look, we've got a £31 million rated. Oh, fucking hell. I mean, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. But if I'm doing offline saves, I do this. Trev's on there. Go ahead, tricky Trev. Sammy Spetch. It's quite interesting to look at these, actually. Serge Sauvage. Oh, what a name that is. Serge Sauvage. Sounds like a Bond villain. Oh, God. That's crazy. Some of these players, man. Baden Ransom. Oh, Bambo Bath. Bambo Bath. Marcus Sheldon. Who else has got a mad name? Oh, Charlie's on there. Go ahead, Charlie. Fucking hell, he's ugly, isn't he? Christ. I know I'm probably throwing stones in glass houses there. Kane Meany. Erich Goch. I'm having a great night. Ricky Pilbro. Sorry, I've absolutely procrastinated. But there you go. There's a scouting tip for you. Fucking hell. So Michael Millward has gone over to Arsenal, $11,500 a week, which suggests he's a good staff member. But I'm going to take control of the loans. I wasn't very impressed with what he was doing down there. I'm going to take back control of them. Fan and development loans is going to be me. Although Julian Ward's actually quite good at it. He did well at the back end of the last season. He did quite well doing that. So, yeah, I'm going to do that. That's me from now on. So, Tricky Trev didn't stop Luton from winning League One. Luton, who are now managed by Mark Robbins. Where did Arbeloa go? He was sacked. Oh, Alvaro. Oh, poor fella. So, Mark Robbins has got in there. Luton back in the Championship now. Dennis Undav and Tahith Chong were £15 million player in League One. What in God's name happened there? How did they go down twice? So this is what they're suggesting for today's game. DPH can get so far to fuck. Get out of my sight. So Ericsson. Right, Horn's getting dropped for the start. You're not a sweeper keeper. You're going to be a normal keeper. Kavlina, you're getting dropped because you've been shite. Gusto can't play, so when Mangomo has to play, Kratzig is like an automatic on the left-hand side there. I think we bring Nelson in from the start, actually. I think Nelson in from the start, Estrada and Bellic, I'm happy with them too. DiPietri's going to drop down for Christian Eriksen, and Mason Greenwood goes there. Ephraim Yeboah. Oh, do we start Ephraim? Do we start Yeboah? I'm starting you. Do you know what? I'm starting Yeboah. And I'm going to give Nelson a little game time on the bench. Ericsson's going to drop out then. We're going to put Greenwood in as an attacking midfield on support. Estrada, Robert Stewart, Kratzig, Wembangomo. I think that's the best we can do. Anyone who should be on the bench, Alvin Sanchez should really be on the bench, shouldn't he? Actually, I don't think there's an awful lot we can change there. I'm just sticking with that. Sticking with that, that's your team against Wolves. Youth candidates evaluated. Or you stay at the club until their trial contracts expire. You're quite relentless, aren't you, Giorgio? Tom Cannon is injured. 4 to 6 weeks. What are we doing? Right, Cannon drops out. Francelino Drew comes back in. You drop down there, and then we've got a decision. DiPietri is not even going to get game time there. George Morgan is going to come up to the bench. Has never let me down, George Morgan. He's looked very competent in every game we've played. So we'll probably give him some game time here just to reward him. Lucas Vuskovic, 19, on loan from Tottenham, is... I mean, Anthony de Scott, who is on his way back from like a long-term injury. 28 grand? What's he on now? Oh, he's on 33. Do you know what? What a boy. He'd happily take less money. Do you know what? I'm going to tell Julian Ward to negotiate a contract. We're going to try and revitalise his career. What does he want to be? A squad player? He can be a fringe player, mate. Ignore that regular starter thing. I've got no intention of doing it. Oh, he would have to take an ESC position. Oh, Anthony, I'm sorry, mate. You're getting released, Anthony. I'm so sorry. I'd really like to try and revitalise his career, but I think he's 22. He's very injury prone. We've got players in and around the squad. I think that's unfair to keep him around there and stifle him anymore. Bad injury sort of ruined his development, unfortunately. But such is life. It happens a lot. It happens a lot in the world of football. I think everyone was a professional footballer, or going to be until they've done their knee, weren't they? Yeah. I retired. I stopped playing football at 15 after I had a very bad leg break, for those who don't know. Very bad. Twisted around twice, snapped in 3 places, full leg cast for a year, half leg cast for 6 months. Took me another 6 months to learn how to walk again, so nearly 2 years worth of being out of action. Played 3 games, went in for a couple of side tackles, went, not for me. I'm 30 now. Well, I'm 30 next month. Yeah. So nearly 15 years of me not playing football. Jesus Christ. That's outrageous. So the game at Molineux, Wolves not in the best form. They're in a 4-2-3-1. They've picked up a win recently, though. We haven't in our last 5, I don't believe. We go back to it now. Draw, loss. So a couple of changes then. Yeboah's getting his first Premier League start. Ephraim Yeboah encapsulating what the save is all about. Getting his first Premier League outing. Hopefully, he's got what it takes. He looks as though he can play out there because everything leading up to the game and everything we've done for his development suggests he can play wide left and play very effectively wide left. And I think, again, I mentioned it with Raekwon Nelson, I think his pace alone will get him through games, as we're keeping the ball very well. Look at this. Ah, okay. The game said no. Sorry, I'm not looking at that. A Wolves free kick now. 8 Nori. Yao Gomez. Gomsh. Kilman. Plays it all the way back to Jose Sart. Francelinho is sort of isolated, but obviously we are trying to still play a counter-attack. We're trying to draw Wolves onto us. And they're just happily knocking it about, aren't they? Kilman. João Gomes. Kalajdzic. Massive Kalajdzic, Ginny. 6'7". Chiquinho to Johnny. Kilman. João Gomez. 8 Nori. I love Ryan 8 Nori. I think he's a fantastic player. Here's Johnny. He can carry on being a fantastic player, but not against me, please. Chiquinho puts it wide. Oh, my God. A massive chance for Wolves, who, obviously, we were sort of... Oh, I don't like the cautious, Going back to balanced. We were trying to draw them out, and they drew us out, really. Here's Matty Cunha with the free kick. Tarnavanu holds it. That's what I love about him. He's massive, and he just holds everything. Here's Johnny. There's 2 quick chances for Wolves. We might need to wake up a little bit, Bueno to Johnny. And João Gomez. And look at him. He holds everything. He's a fucking brick wall. But this is not it, lads, to be completely honest. We are getting stuffed. We've hardly touched the ball. What are we... Lads. 8 Nori with the corner. Headed away by Roberts. Johnny. Cunha. 8 Nori. Cunha. Kilman. Across to Chiquinho. It's saved by Tarnavanu. We're going back to this. I've seen enough. It's 23 minutes of getting absolutely battered. We're going to this. We're going to that. We're going to trial it out and see if it works. I don't think it will. I think we're leaving ourselves far too expert. What is wrong with you? Oh, for God's sake, right, Man and Bush can come on then. To be fair, Man and Bush just quietly goes about it. He doesn't play an awful lot, but when he's on, just gets on with it. He just plays. Francelinho with a chance. Oh, he's hit the defender, hasn't he? Estrada to the youth. Oh, stop! Every time we get a highlight, stop it. Just changed a couple of player roles around, including the right back. I've just made him a wing back on defend because I think we do get countered quite a lot when we go forward. So I think if Bush sort of just sits a bit fair, he's dived in, hasn't he? Cunha, oh my God. Carboni, chance to square it. He's got a big 6'7" lad in the middle. If they can find him, and Ephraim, your boa clears. Well done, Ephraim. Cozy Dubry, we look to counter. This is what we like doing. Oh, fucking hell, Mario. Cunha. Good tackle, Bella. Cheers, Greenwood. Just rotten pass, Greenwood. Rotten. Cunha. Chance to find the big 6'7" monster in the middle. They finally do, and he heads it over the bar. What in God's green earth are we doing? It's like we're just panicking. This team is so much more than we're showing. We're so much more than we're showing. I don't understand it. Do we go back to this? And just have 2 absolute fucking pigs in there trying to win the ball back? Like, what are they actually doing? Because it's crap. Honest to God, man. Absolutely crap. We're going back to the bloody 4-2-4 here. We've signed a load of attacking midfielders. Swear down, if we bloody turn around now and score like 2 or 3 and just blow them out the water, I'm going to be furious. Kilman to Gomez, 8 Nori. I don't know whether I need to like faff around with like the new player roles and that. and maybe see, I'm not a massive, like, I love the positional play aspect of it, but I'm not, like, very well versed in it. I don't really know sort of how it's working or how they work it out and calculate it. There's still a lot of space on that flank, isn't there? Let's go and exploit the left. I think your Yeboah's got more than he's showing. I really do. Greenwood has been awful. So I think Greenwood's going to come off. And we're going to give Georgie boy some game time. George Morgan, up you get, son. Advance forward, poacher. I'll give you a poacher. Don't want him doing too much. Francelinho's been crap. Yeboah's been crap as well. Let's put Nelson in there and swap him with Cozy Dewberry. Everyone else seems to be fine, man, and Bush has not really played well. Let's bring Borza in. Let's give him some game time. And what we could do, we could put Eriksen in as a DLP on support from there. And just have Estrada anchorman and bring Hodza in. No, we can't. Let's do that. Fuck it. We've got nothing to lose other than league position, but we ain't losing Premier League. So, here we go. Martin Bush. He loves a long throw. He's gone short of George Morgan. Back to Martin Bush. Swings in. Hayden Roberts is there! The flag's up. We're pigs, but the flag is up. I don't know. With a bit more zoomed in, I couldn't really see the whole of the line. Andy Madley has disallowed the goal. Well, being pigs worked for us for all of 3 seconds there. Man and Bushes. Oh, yeah, they're both off. That's unlucky. They've changed to some like mad 5-back formation here with complete wing backs. Goodness me. I'm going to stick with that. I genuinely don't think anything's going to happen. Look how poor this game's been. We've had 2 shots and they've both been off target. This is Frank Lampard levels of football. If we pig it here, I don't know anymore if we manage to pig a goal in here. Eriksen with the corner. He's going for an outswinger. He gets it in there. It's headed away easily. Here's Fallou Diouf. He's got men down the line. He's gone backwards to Man and Bush. Hayden Roberts. There's a good ball out wide. If he chooses it, he goes back. You can just tell they're lacking a bit of confidence. Bush to Eriksen. Back to Diouf. Bush. Eriksen's there. He goes to Raekwon Nelson. Can you use some pace and get in down the line? You cannot. Goodness gracious me. They're going to counter and score. We've only really got one actual defensive midfielder in there because Eriksen's not going to put tackles in. Semedo switches it across to Carboni. Out to Aït-Nouri. It's coming. Collides it. Over the bar. Good Lord. What has happened to this team? That period from like when we did the tinkering video to we won something like 10 games. Something outrageous like that. Eriksen, this is very deep if he's going to shoot, but there's men wide to the left if he wants to pass it. What's he going to do? What have we cooked? Oh, Eriksen. He's gone for goal. He should have passed that. There was 2 men to your left, mate. It's going to be taken by Cozy Dewberry. Can he pick somebody? Just pick a man. You've got big men at the back post. Cozy Dewberry swings it across to the back post. It's Diouf! Oh, it's well saved by Jose Sarr. And that corner routine is something we tend to do well with. Borza. I completely forgot about brought Borza on. Morgan to Borza. Plays it forward. Long ball headed away. I've got text again. My work phone today, mate. Honest to God. Kilman intercepted by Estrada. Can you find a pass? Oh my life, Estrada. I've never seen a pass that poor. That is the worst pass I've ever seen. That is awful. There we go. We're building up from the back. Come on. Oh my God. What are we doing? Tackle him. Tackle him. Oh my God! This outrageous, this. They're just... Francelinho's on a 6.2. What is this about? What have you done to get a 6.2? How poor do you actually have to play to get a rating that low? Ericsson. Here's Francelinho. George Morgan. Come on, George. Raekwon Nelson. Oh, he's on a corner. Come on. We do not deserve it. I would love it if we scored because we don't deserve it. Cozy Adubity. Pick someone. Anyone in a red shirt. Cozy Adubry. Swings it over to the far post. There's a header on. It's dropping. Hayden Roberts puts it over the bar. Oh, Hayden. He should score. Intercept it. Well done, Raekwon. Gets it forward. Knock down. Oh, Francelinho, win your header. Morgan's on a 7. Oh my God. That lad never lets me down. He's on a 7. What have you done to get that poor rating? Because everyone else was okay. Oh my God, Francelinho. So, a somewhat miraculous point against a very poor Wolves team. It's just popped up there that we've really struggled to score. I think in 5 games we scored 2 goals. So we've had some bonuses paid out for staying in the league. That point kept us safe. Chelsea got a 900k bonus from Malo Gusto. I like how they break it down this year, actually. Estrada, Hodzer, Frugler and Cannon all getting bonuses. I think for the next game, I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this bloody stupid thing. Clear that slot. We're going to go back to our roots of pig ball. Set as the primary trained tactic. Everyone seems like very familiar with it. I mean, even that one, they don't like the press. Whereas this one, I think we just go back to what got us to the dance in the first place. Don't change any roles up. And we go with that. And do you know what? I wasn't planning on it. We're going to give you the Bournemouth game. We're going to give you three match episodes of me just pissing about at the end of the season. The under-21s play on the 28th, so we can get some more under-21s players in on the 2nd against Bournemouth. That's what we like to see, really, isn't it? That's what we want. Ashton Gate 8. Let's start playing some more players. I might start George Morgan. George Morgan's average ratings in the Premier League. I need to show you that kid. At the first time I saw him, I think I said on video, he's got something. 6.85 average rating in the Premier League, 6.95 average rating in the FA Cup. On the 21s, it's only 6.65, but he scored 9 goals. His potential shot up again. It's fluctuating so much. I'm going to start him, I think he's deserved to start. Let's break it down then. Come on, let's do our normal thing. Let's break it down. So, goalkeepers, it's Tarnavanu. Centre backs, I think we need to bring Seko back in. Seko and Roberts. Fallou Diouf is not really performing at all. Right back then, we'll probably go back to Malo. Oh no, he's still injured. So it's between Bush and Wembanyama. 10 for him, 7 for him. I think Wembanyama then just pips it. But we do like the idea that Man and Bush has got a long throw. He doesn't really mind being a squad player. He's still physically very fit. I think we start Bush then, actually. So let's do it. Let's clear Wembanyama out, Bush in, Diouf out, Seko in. He's only ill, so it's not a problem. Boar's a 6.74, Kratzik 6.96. He keeps his place. The 2 centre mids then, Estrada Bellic 6.71, 6.67. Freuler's got to come back in for me for Estrada. And Hod's a 6.75. Yeah, they're the ones, them two. Right winger, I mean, Greenwood's going to go front for this, I think. Cozy Dubry 6.8. Who else is a winger? Oh, it's Nobed, isn't it? It's this Argentine tit. 6.72. Do you know what? His average rating is actually not too far off, but we said what we said. Cozy Dubry will go there. Greenwood's going to go there. Yeboah's going to drop out for George Morgan. And on the left-hand side, then, we've really got Yeboah, 6.3. Raekwon Nelson, a 6.78. See, he's taken to the Prem really well as well. Who else can play out there? Shin could. Sanchez could, 6.73. He's not been doing too badly. DiPietri could. Kenny Bush could. Could we get Kenny Bush in there? Should we get a youngster in there? A little 15-year-old? Fucking hell. Let's drop that out. Let's Raekwon Nelson here. He doesn't play much out on the left there, does he, Raekwon Nelson? But he can. He absolutely can. No, we're going to do Cozy Dubry and Raekwon Nelson. We're going to do that again. Francelinho, 6.81. He can get in the bin. They're genuinely average rating our two best strikers. Where's Tom Cannon? He's injured though, isn't he, anyway? 6. Oh, no, it's Tommy Conway. 6.66. They are actually our two informed strikers are George Morgan and Mason Greenwood. And we're going to pig it up. Fucking hell. I'm going to change the bench up and put like a load of the under-21s and maybe some of the under-18s in there. I think we just need to give them some game time. Let's just expose them to it. The under-21s, we've got a game here on the 28th, so I'm going to keep an eye on who does well in that game, and then that might influence if they're going to get a game. So Scott. So Yeboah there. Mr. Morgan, no, because I want you fit for the Prem game. Nelson, don't mind. Bors is fine. Berg and Bond. But I feel sorry for Bond, because changing back to this means he's got to go back here. He looks a bit more Fijian now, doesn't he? He's been playing well as an advanced playmaker, but it means he's got to go back to playing as like a deep lying playmaker, which I don't know if he's that comfortable with doing. Everett now looks like the first choice right back, which is quite good. Hobbs is still doing well as a young... Look at that fucking unibrow on that. Oh, God. These regen faces, man. So the players who played well were Seb Palmer-Holden, Ephraim Yeboah, Harry Bond, Andre Borza. Everyone else was a bit shit. George Morgan came on in the 60th minute. Raekwon Nelson came on the 58th. So they'll be fit for the game. They travelled to Bournemouth. Fun little fact, I actually triggered a load of Bournemouth fans on Twitter. So if you want to follow me, it's at Ringo8781. I said that Andoni Iraola looks like he eats urinal cakes. And it didn't go down too well. And I got absolutely abused for a solid 4 hours. I got hairline jokes. I got absolutely abused. So fair play. I had a good laugh with it. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. Nice little segue there. If you want to see me getting abused, if you want to see people taking the piss out of my hairline, then yeah, please do. I want to see what that news segment was about Michalenko. Premier League players analysis. Michalenko's made the most tackles in the competition. Go ahead, Micho! 4.34 challenges per game. What a boy. 6 assists. Go on, Micho. I'd love the Michalenko was getting 6 assists this season. And for those of you who don't really know what I'm on about, I mean, come on now. So this is what Curtis Fleming thinks we should do, and I disagree, so you can fuck off, Curtis. We're still not the worst performing team. Yes, come on. Yeboah named as April's Player of the Month for the Under-21s. He's wowed the fans at the Robbins High Performance Centre this month. Under-21 Player of the Month, Ephraim Yeboah. Definitely a left winger, isn't he? Definitely. Not a striker. Although it'd be very nice if he was. Do we get him back in then? Do we put him back in? Give him another start? No, we can't do that, can we? Not fair on Raekwon. Our Raekwon's been out doing all sorts of madness all over the country for different teams. I think he's got 17 goals for Reading last season as well. Yeah, we've got to start Raekwon a bit more. So the youth scholars announced all these guys, Connor Gibbs, Justin Jevin, Packy Cousins is one I didn't show you, actually. Declan Williams, we did. His potential's dropped off ever so slightly already. As has Dean Cole. They were both 4 stars. That's interesting. You can go. He's getting released anyway. So yeah, we're going down to Dean Court. We're going down to Bournemouth Stadium. Mad little stadium, actually, if you get a chance to go. It just doesn't seem like a proper football stadium. It's really weird. And there's a massive park next to it, so they've got loads of space to actually do it all. And you think they've got the money now, haven't they? So you think they would. But I'm waffling. I'm waffling. Shut up, Matt. Mate, our fans on our board are pigs. Happy with the impact the Route 1 style has had in recent matches. The recent matches, there was only a C, so we need to be careful because, I mean, they offer me a new contract and I accepted that. I think I've got another 2 years, but we just need to not fuck it up at the end of the season because that can have a really negative impact in the pre-season because if the players sort of start turning against you, that's where you struggle. I actually think I've got like full managerial support. It's close enough to excellent. The club atmosphere is quite good. There's many contrasting personalities, though. No one's unhappy. There's lots of happy players. The social groups are looking good. There's a lot of influences. Shane Greenwood fits in others. I'm not surprised, mate. You beat your bird up. Secondary groups, a couple of the young players. There's a lot in the core, isn't there? Jesus. A lot in the core. George Morgan's in the core social group. Come on, Georgie. I'm really interested to see how he develops, you know. I think he's just one of them players that can just, like, some players outperform their attributes. And I like the look of him. I think he will. Man and Bush did get injured. He's got a tight thigh. So whether we play him or not is another question. Greenwood and Seko. Seko can get 45. That's fine. So we'll give Seko his 45. Dave, bloody hell. They all hate each other, Bournemouth. Jesus. So yeah, Seko will get his 45. Greenwood can play 75. Bush, they're saying it is... Oh, he's okay. He's just not very match sharp. Tarnavanu's one to buy Al Ali now. Are these Saudi knobs just stop coming for my players? Morgan's going to start. Nelson's going to play. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Yeboah. Is Nelson actually a bit knackered? No, he's fine. Cool. We did say we want to rotate a few of the young lads in. Do we give Harry Bond a game? I think he deserves it. Let's give Harry Bond a game. We'll drop Ericsson out then. I'm not really bothered about the results now. End of season. Di Pietri's wanted again by Al Ittihad. Is this proper interest? Or it is? Cool. Okay. That's good to know. So anyone else that we can sort of rotate in, bring around is Kenny Bush. That's not really fair to do on him, is it? A couple of lads are signed, aren't even getting games. I think we just stick with that then. We just stick with that. Bush and Seko are maybe not going to be fully fit, but that's fine. We'll monitor them. Greenwood agrees with the tactical approach. Greenwood's a pig as well. So we're underway at Dean Court in the yellow kit. Don't wear that very often. Alex Scott, our first game playing. He didn't play in the return leg. Iraola's still the manager. Alex Scott, obviously a City born and bred youth player. He would actually count towards the 8th. We could bring him back. If we could bring him back, that is. But we're going to play out from the back. Here's Man and Bush. What's he going to do? I don't think he knows what he's going to do. Just as a little Ronaldo chop. Seko to Hodza. Out to Cozy Dubry. Now Kratzig. That's nice. This is what we like to see. Kratzig. Oh, goodness me. That's not the best touch from him, is it? Aarons down the line to Tyler Adams. Cook. Alex Scott. Traore. Hamad Traore now for Bournemouth. Sprinting down the touchline. Finds Alex Scott. Pulls it back. Get in there. Yes, Cozier. Tyler Adams shooting from distance. Tarnavanu tips it over. And they're giving offside in Solanke now, but why did they not just let us counter? Like Man and Bush. Deep delivery. Freuler went for it. It would be sad seeing Freuler go. I really like him as a player on this. Kratzig's ball across, it's cleared away. Traore going to pump it. Solanke looked offside. To be honest, I think he's off. They've not given it. And here's David Brooks. Oh, Hodgson does well, and he launches it. Well done, lads. Aarons to Traore. Oh, brilliant save by Tarnavanu. Martin Bush is getting bullied, you know. He's not having a great time out there. Tarnavanu's made a couple of good saves. Bournemouth's corner. Brooks whips it in. It's headed away by Seko. Raekwon Nelson's battling. Traore's just got there ahead of him. He swings it in. It's headed away by Hodza. Greenwood chases down, and there's your highlight over. We've got a corner on this far side. I think Bush is on it. No, it's Frula. Romeo Frula. Can he get a good delivery in? Whips it to the far post. Seko's there! Ayumu Seko. Oh, behave! Who was offside? Roberts. He was marking the keeper, wasn't he? Hey, Ayumu Seko! Every time we put him in the team, he does something. He's one of them players. Like, he doesn't look amazing, but like his average rating suggests he's doing. Oh my god, we'll overtake Bournemouth with that, won't we? Like, his average rating suggests he's good enough. And when you watch him, you give him that eyes test, he always seems to do something. Here's Brooks. Oh, he's going to kill one, isn't he? Brooks, good block by Roberts, and Cozy Adubri leads the counter-attack. What can he do? He's down the line, finds Raekwon Nelson, back to Martin Bush. What a stupid highlight. The microphone, by the way, I have noticed it in previous videos. It's not the greatest quality. It's a cheap headset. It scratches against my beard every now and again, and you can hear me like whistling or breathing or whatever. So I am going to invest in a proper one. Just not yet. It's Christmas time and birthday, and we've booked 2 silly holidays next year. So maybe some point next year we'll invest in one, but not for now. Not for now. You're just gonna have to put up with it, unless I can find like a good quality cheap one. Needs to be a headphone jack though. So that's that. So I do realize that the production value is not amazing. That goes to say as well about some of the videos. I've got the intro and some of them haven't. It purely depends on what my laptop can render. I'm having to sort of good tackle, Raekwon. I'm having to like chop and change a lot of files over and deleting things and moving things around, just to keep enough room to be able to record and then edit. So, yeah, bear with me because I do know. Look at this for football. Who are we? Go on, Raekwon. Go on, Raekwon. He's round his man. Nelson's ball for George Morgan. Oh, George. I thought he had backed. We were playing lovely football there, by the way. And now Bournemouth on the counter. It's Brooks. Good tackle by Kratzig. And it's kicked away. That should be half-time. It is. George Morgan there. He's on a 6.5. I think he's performed better than it's suggesting. Seko. He's crying. We're going to make a change then. Raekwon Nelson's tired, so he's going to come off. We're going to put Cozy Dubry out there, and we're going to bring Yeboah on. Obviously, that was the whole point in today's game, was just getting some players game time who don't normally. And Harry Bond is going to come in for Vladen Hodza, and Bond is going to play as a deep line playmaker on defend, and hopefully he can sort of set us away a little bit. Seko, they said he could only do 45, but he's playing well. I'm going to bring Roberts off for the youth, and obviously we do have Estrada on the bench there. Bush, do you know what? He's pushed through. He's pushed through at Martin. Martin Bush has pushed through. He wasn't doing very well at first, and he's sort of come around to it. Well, there's your changes. The youth, Yeboah, and Harry Bond, another youth player. This is what the save is all about. Bringing youth through. Got lots of potential as well, Harry Bond, actually. Right, Neto's going to kick it long. Bond wins the header. Greenwood to Seko. Ayumu Seko. Martin Bush. Cozy Adubri. Bush. Good football. Seko. Bond. Turns. Plays it through, looking for George Morgan, who will have to chase down Kirkes if he wants anything from that. And he doesn't. Tyler Adams plays it through to Solanke. He's closed down. He's placed it out to Bush. It's a Brooks. Closed down by Kratzig. He swings it in, looking for Solanke, and Tarnavanu. Oh, it went wide anyway. It was going wide. Tarnavanu pushed it as it went out from the looks of it. Bush with a throw, short of Freeland. I don't know why he did that. That looked a bit silly, really, from Man and Bush. And Bournemouth might make us pay here. Tyler Adams to Kirkes. And Alex Scott puts it wide. Why are you nervous? No pressure, lad. What's wrong with you, Seko? No pressure. It's fine. Just get on with it. Morgan's not really performing. Greenwood's not really performing. Do we bring Greenwood off? Do we give Morgan a full game? We've got 2 subs left. Let's bring Dew on. And let's bring Borza on. Bournemouth have a corner. They'll probably score now, won't they? Taking the time. And Greenwood's stomping off down the side of the pitch there. David they're going to score. They must score. It's been on too long. Zabani's header. Diouf did well, actually. Well in. Go on, Bond. Closing down Traore. Kirkes. Kelly. We're forcing them backwards. Cook. Aarons to Zabani. Brooks. Kratzig does well. Yeboah doesn't, though. And Brooks, closed down by Yeboah. He gets it back to Tyler Adams, who's going to go for goal, and he's hit the bottom of the post. And it's a good tackle by Martin Bush. He's played well, hasn't he? Well done, Martin. We've been shit, 2 shots, 1 on target. Oh, God. Good tackle, Francelinho, but it comes back to Tyler Adams. Here's Cook. Zabani. We're closing them down. That's nice pressure, That is quite nice from the lads. Neto. Short to Zabani. Goes into the midfield for Tyler Adams. There was a chance to intercept for Freuler, but he couldn't get there. And Cozy Dewberry dived in. Kirkes with the ball over, looking for Solanke. It's headed away by Diouf again. Lloyd Kelly. Kirkes. We're holding on. Kelly. Adams to Brooks. Solanke. It's blocked behind by Diouf for the corner. They are building the pressure. What are we on? Are we on the mid-block? Let's go low block. And a lower... No, let's keep the standard defensive line. They're not really getting in behind, are they? Brooks with another corner. They've looked dangerous off them. And this time it's headed away by Diouf again. Go on, George. Go on, George. Keep it in. Keep it in. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky, son. And Neto with the goal kick. He's looking long for Solanke. He's won his header. Borza's got to be careful. Does well. Finds Tarnavanu. Who's got time. Goes back to Borza. Going to bring us forward and find Ephraim Yeboah, who... very, very relaxed from Yeboah. Good tackle, Romeo. Now Francelinho due to George Morgan. That's a great touch. Cozy Dewberry. Cuts it back to Bond. Bond for George Morgan. Headed away. Cozy Dewberry's there. He doesn't win his header. Can he win it back? Can we win it back, anyone? Anyone in yellow? Just jogging. Fucking hell. Kirkes. Kirkes with the ball across. Tyler Adams brings it down. And Tarnavanu has to make a save. We're going to have to change this up. Out of possession. We want to stop the crosses. Need the fullbacks getting some tackles in. Because they're looking to build up from them. They've got about 20 men in the box here. Fuck me. Brooks with the ball over. Tarnavanu. Good save from the Romanian. And it's not ended it. It has now. Borza's throw. Bond, Borza, Yeboah. That's better. We've seen some silly throw-ins. Morgan battling with Zabani. Gets tackled. Traore out to Alex Scott. Alex Scott now gets it across. And there it is. It's Walid Shadira. It's been coming. In all honesty, it's been coming for a while. And Alex Scott with the assist. We've been poor. I don't mind. I'm playing a lot of kids. We've had a few shots. We had one on target. It was off a corner. We scored off it in true bloody Bristol City fashion. We've turned into absolute pigs recently. Freuler gives it away. George Morgan just couldn't get to the ball. Just couldn't get to the ball. Neto. So he doesn't know what to do with it, Neto. He's going to launch it for Traore. Man and Bushes underneath it, head of the way. Kirkes. Kelly. Kirkes. Get your foot in. Get your foot in. Yay, man and Bushes tackle. I've noticed that a lot. I've noticed it in the Championship. We were quite good at tackling. But, I mean, Yeboah was just throwing himself to the floor there. He was good at tackling, but since we've come up, we just don't seem at it. I don't know what it is. We just don't seem to put a foot in. Right, Bush to Seko. Now Bond. Do you know what? He's not played badly. 6.6. The youth to Yeboah. Switches it for Cozy Adubri. Doesn't win it again. He's had a shit game. Here he is now, Cozy Adubri. Out of his feet. Ball over. Neto claims it. There was 3 men in the middle. It was Yeboah, Francelinho, and Morgan, who were all there. Long kick. Seko wins it. The youth headed away again. Freuler wins it again. Scott picks it up. Cozy Adubri has not been there for any second ball, has he? Never mind, he's not even been there for the fucking first ball. The youth tackle and block. Cleared by Borza. I mean, Bournemouth are going to win. Let's be completely honest here. I can't complain, really. I thought they'd give a pen there. Shadira, is this it? No, it's blocked by Cozy Adubri. He has been so poor, you know. He's been so poor recently, Cozy Adubri. They all have. They've all been poor. Every single one of them's been poor recently. There's the odd player that has like a half-decent game every now and again, Seko being one of them here. Why have you kicked that out to play? No wonder you got a 6.2. Right, Bush swings it in. Yeboah can keep it in. He can. Yeboah, oh, it went right across the face of the 6-yard box. Face of goal. It was definitely a shot, just no one went for it. Borza's long throw. Just no one there. Why was no one there? Adams to Aarons. He's looking for Friend Up, who's just come on. Cook to Kirkes. Traore. Intercept it. Well done. Oh my God, Seko. Fucking hell. He kicked it straight at Freuler. Tarnavanu. Got time. You've got bodies everywhere, lad. Don't just kick it. Oh, you dick. Kicks it long. Francelinho wins his header. Efren Yeboah has got the pace to burn. He's got George Morgan in the middle. Cozy Adubri. We're fucking pigs, mate. Mario Cozy Adubri. We do not deserve it. Look at this. Good ball. Francelinho with a big header on. Yeboah, unselfish. I mean, that is brilliant by George Morgan. How many players would you see try and shoot there? It's clever play. It's clever. He passes it across the box to somebody in complete space. That's so clever. Right, Tarnavanu. Morgan doesn't win his header. Cook. Traore. Trying to block it. Head of the way. Falls for Kirkes and Friend Up. I've noticed this stop crosses and invite crosses. Invite crosses just means you've got players in, like, narrow. The stop one seems to make them really wide, and I don't like how wide they go. So I'm going to take it off. As we kick it long again, looking for George Morgan. He doesn't win it again. He's not very good in the air. It's a bit silly aiming for him, isn't it? Traore, Friender up. Brooks. Freuler intercept. Balls are away. Yeboah trying to set the counter-attack off, and his pass is just not good enough. Adams spreads it out wide to Kirkes. They are attacking us a lot. Kirkes with the ball in. And it's a goal for David. Borza, you are crap. I know Kratzig would win that header. That's just so crap. Straight in with another highlight. I anticipated it. This 4-2-4. That's a foul. Please, ref. No, it's a foul. Oh. The 4-2-4 was never going to like pay dividends in the Prem, was it? Like, you're just asking to get picked off. And we've played a lot of like younger players and rotation and whatnot. But Borza is one of them players who, like, they're classing him as a wonder kid still. Oh, you win that header though, don't you, you prick? You're classing him as a wonder kid. I don't really see it. I think Kratzig's a lot better than him. And I genuinely think with Borza, because he comes from Romania, where there's not a lot of like amazing footballers produced, because he's half decent, I think it just like inflates his reputation a lot. It's Traore is going to swing it in. It's headed away by Bush. Kerkez. Good tackle by Bond. He's not done badly, you know. He's really not done badly. Kerkez. Aarons. Zabani, and that's the end of highlights. A throw in, which Aarons will take. Brooks. Aarons. He looked off. He looked off. He looked well off. Don't know about that. When that pass got played back to him, he looked a good yard off. He looked a good yard off. Got a deep free kick. Cozy Dubry swings it in. Francelinho's up. Falls for Harry Bond. Cozy Dubry. Chance maybe. Oh, fucking hell, Mario. And we're going to get counted now. Anthony. Jaden Anthony. Oh, looking for Kerkez. And Bush intercepts. And he plays a nice ball forward for George Morgan, who's got a chance to get it in if he can. And he can. It's just not great. Is there anyone in yellow under it? There's no. Second balls, lads. Eh? Friendrup. End-to-end stuff at Dean Court. Friendrup! Oh! I thought that was going to be a goal. Jaden Anthony, Kelly, Friendrup. Kelly. Blocked by Man and Bush. Behind for yet another Bournemouth corner with minutes on the clock. It's headed away by Francelinho. Done very well. It's the only thing he's done in this match, I think. Aarons out to Kerkez. Well blocked, and Tanabanu can claim. Kelly to Jaden Anthony. There's still about 2 minutes left. Lloyd Kelly intercepted by Man and Bush. Just get it away, lads. Silly one, that, you know. That's a silly ball. Bond does well. That's what you should have done. Do what that 17-year-old's just done. Tyler Adams slips it through. Tanabanu with the save. Borza clears. It's sticking with the highlight. Here's Cook. Kerkez to Brooks. It's gone out of play. And it looks as though our 2 shots on target are going to get us a point away from home unless we fuck it up here. Borza goes long. Kelly's going to win them all day. 6'3". He's a left back. And that's it. That's going to be it. It's going to be 2-2. Look, listen, yeah. Listen. I know you want to see me winning. I know you want to see me doing things. Just sympathise with them. Just sympathise. So we're going to leave that there. The 2-2 means we stay in 12th. I think we're probably going to finish there, unless Leeds start picking up some more points. Maybe Palace. We could finish as low as 16th. To be honest, well, probably 15th, not 16th. There are 3 games remaining, 12 points to play for. Villa, Newcastle, Palace. I'm not expecting anything from that, but we're going to leave that there. Thank you very much for watching. A bit of a silly episode, I want to say. We just did what we wanted, didn't we? So we're going to leave that there. Ayumi Seiko again. 2 big games, 2 big goals. So we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you all next time, where we are in the off season, probably the start of the transfer window for the next round, for the next season, and we will discuss the squad and do a squad building episode. But thank you very much for watching. Take care.